Welcome back, you lovely bunch. Thanks for tuning again. I hope you're all doing good. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. I normally do my intros at the start of a ride, whereas today I just wanted to get out and ride. So I'm an hour and a half in, got a bit of a longer ride today, and rather than get stuck faffing and chatting and all that stuff, which I can be known to do, so I'm out on the Yo-Yo R12, the cheap Chinese carbon bike. I mean, it's not that cheap, and it's actually damn good. Do you know what? I'm actually starving. I've got like carbs in my bottle, I've got some snacks, and I've been eating non-stop, but oh my God, I'm so hungry. So my legs are a little bit tired after doing intervals yesterday, so it is a bit of a steady ride, trying to keep the power low but consistent, which is kind of impossible on Devon Hills. As I say that, I look down and see my max power so far for the ride is, can you see that? 918 watts, and I'm meant to be staying at around 200 watts. So 918 watts is massively over where I'm meant to be at. It's almost like riding a gravel bike for long road rides. It's almost like having a handicap. So when you like get your road bike out, it's just like zoomy. And it does feel like a rocket ship. It might be 9 o'clock in the morning, but I want cake and a coffee because I've already ridden for an hour and a half, so I think I deserve it. So let's go and get a lovely bit of cake and continue this smashing ride. Today's route, I flew down the Tean Valley, a very nice, flat, fast road, and now we're heading up the moors. This climb here takes us to Moor and Hampstead, and I'm not sure whether I continue along the moors or kind of loop down a bit, come back down the cycle path. You know, it's a lot easier to keep my power where I want it if I'm on a flatter road. Problem with Devon is finding those flat roads. So it was a relatively flat start to this ride, but then that quickly ends as soon as you get into Dartmoor. So as far as like staying around the 200 watt mark, well, that is most definitely not 200 watts. Oh my God, suck at that. So it turns out the good calf with nice cake is shut. I'm a bit sad, so I'm going to eat my Velo 40 chews instead and then pin it down the hill. So there is a nice flat cycle path route that runs from just down there. It's a bit grim in places and a bit dirty, but also I ride it all the time, so I might actually just ride the roadway instead. We're going to ride down there and get a nice cake. Look at this bird on the bird. See that? There's a bird on a bird. So yeah, we're going to go down there. So I stopped to have a coffee and a cake, because like you should have a coffee and a cake, right, when you're doing a long bike ride. But after those little gels, I didn't actually feel like I needed it. I had like a little like surge of energy and actually feel quite good. So vegan oat and peanut and cranberry cake. It was so grim this morning when I went out. I really was not in the mood to go for a ride. So I'm quite glad I actually did get out. I actually feel quite good. I could definitely extend this ride, but something I'm massively guilty of is overdoing it. So today I was going to stick to like 200 watts pretty much for the whole ride. And every time I look down at my bike computer, I'm at like 300, 400, 500, 900 watts. And I blame the hills for that, but really, it's not the hills, it's me. So maybe I should be good and just stick to what I'm meant to be doing rather than doing too much and then regretting it and then having a hard time tomorrow. Because, you know, I want to do a long ride again tomorrow. Doing a bit of an impromptu cake review. So vegan cakes can be a bit like bland and meh. To be honest, this one's pretty banging. And I've got a thing for peanuts, so I proper love peanuts. So anything with peanuts in it and chocolate and cranberry, it's a winner, you know. A little bit dry. It is a little bit on the dry side, as you can see, but I'll definitely recommend it, actually. I think that's my first positive cake review for CAF 360. But anyway, I'm going to nom this down quickly drink this, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Bye. Honestly, is there nothing like more silly than trying to walk in cycle shoes on like a hard, like tiled floor? Trying to walk through the cafe holding my coffee, I look like it's the first time I've walked. I felt better before I stopped than now I do after I've stopped. I think sometimes stopping, your legs get to rest a bit, and then like it's that get going again, isn't it? Like I'll be fine once I get going, but it's the getting going. But I got up and go this morning, and I'm going now, so winning. And it's only a slow roll now. Now I definitely stick to the, I look down, I'm definitely not sticking to the watts. How am I already over? God, right, let's carry on. Been a proper nice ride on the road bike, you know. Definitely have missed riding the road bike. This bike does have ridiculously deep wheels on it, so on a windy day it can get a little bit blowy. I mean, look at the rims. So I think my rear wheel is like 70mm deep or 67mm deep, and the front is slightly shallower, but yeah, it does catch the wind a bit. They just want to go, you know, they just want to zoom. This whole bike does, and that's the difference between my gravel bike, my like all-road kind of bike. The road bike, like a proper road bike, is built for speed, especially like aero ones. I mean, this thing is a proper rocket. I've ridden for like 2 hours 15 minutes. I've done about like 700 meters of climbing, like 53 kilometers, and it's been chill. When I say chilling out, I've been chilling out mostly, apart from on the hills. And on the hills I've been kind of pinning it much harder than I should have been, but it's been fun zooming, and this bike is a zoomy bike. I do need to do a bit of part swapping on my bikes to sort out the Specialized. I want to put the aero bars that my Marin out, the white spotty one. I want those bars on my road bike, and I want gravel bars on my all-road bike. So I'm going to have to swap them around. That means taking out all the brakes and rebleeding them. So I've asked Dan to come and help me. But the one thing I am missing, I'm missing a crankset. Or do I just switch the crank from this bike onto that bike? You know, do I need 3 road bikes built up? Or do I get on AliExpress, find myself a cheap road crankset, and see if it's rubbish? That's another thing. Right, you splendid bunch. Oh, that has been an epic ride. Not quite finished yet. I've got about 10 minutes until I get home, but I figured I'll do my outro here because there's a nice bench and I wanted to sit on it, and that's pretty much my reasoning. God, I can stay at my handlebars. These were all clean this morning, and now they're horrible. So I've done about just under 3 hours, about 60 kilometers, just under 1,000 meters of climbing. It's been a solid morning, and you know what? I'm finishing the ride not feeling that tired, not feeling that hungry, so I'm definitely improving on the whole like fueling and pacing thing. Joy, that's a complete lie. I'm not improving on the pacing thing. I suck at the pacing thing, but because I'm fueling better, it means that when I ruin the pacing, I'm sort of recovering a little bit, and it seems that my legs are not completely blowing up. So fitness is coming, I think. So tomorrow I do have the choice between a shorter ride with some intervals or a really long one, which would be interesting to see how my legs feel after doing a longish ride today, if I then do them back to back. It is meant to be longer than today's ride, so I'm gonna have to be better with the pacing. It was a little bit wet this morning when I went out, didn't want to get out in it, you know, my bike got a bit dirty, I got a bit wet, but it was so worth it. But yeah, pacing is my thing that I definitely need to work on. Anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome week. Happy Monday. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Bye.